December 28, the day that gave Indian industry its two biggest icons. You can call it coincidence or something else, but both Dhirubhai Ambani and Ratan Tata were born on this day. The foundation for two of the biggest success stories in India was laid on this day. Dheeraj Lal Hirachand Ambani or Dhirubhai's story is a perfect example of a rags to riches business story. He started his first textile mill with 15,000 rupees in his pocket in 1958. In 1964, he launched the brand Vimal. More than 58,000 investors subscribed to Reliance's IPO in 1977. Over time, he diversified his business, with the core specialization being petrochemicals. But he also dabbled successfully in telecommunications, information technology, energy, power, retail, textiles, infrastructure services, capital markets, and logistics. Dhirubhai also had his share of controversies. But Dhirubhai was not deterred and his work was appreciated. Chemtech and Chemical Engineering World and FICCI gave him the Man of the Century Award in 2000. Times of India termed him the greatest creator of wealth in the country. At the time of Dhirubhai's death in 2002, Reliance Group had a gross turnover of 75,000 crore rupees. In 1976 to 77, the Reliance Group had an annual turnover of 70 crore rupees. Dhirubhai passed away in July 2002, aged 69, following his second heart attack. His death sparked off an ugly battle between his two sons, Mukesh and Anil Ambani, the latter asking for his share of wealth. Their mother facilitated an agreement between the two in 2004. It made Mukesh the chairman of Reliance Industries, while younger brother Anil floated a new conglomerate by the name of Anil Dhirubhai Ambani Group. Exactly 5 years after Dhirubhai, Ratan Tata was born. After completing an MBA from Harvard, he rejected an offer from IBM and returned home to work for Tata Steel in Jamshedpur. He took over from J.R.D. Tata as chairman of Tata Industries in 1991. Since then, he's been instrumental in reshaping the fortunes of the Tata Group. In January 2007, the Tata Group successfully acquired Corus Group. The merger created the fifth largest steel producing entity in the world. On March 26, 2008, Tata Motors bought iconic British brands Jaguar and Land Rover from Ford Motor Company. It was a proud moment when the first Nano rolled out in March 2009.
It's affordable, it's small, it provides all-weather transport, it's larger than you'd expect, so it carries Indian families. It will work through rain and bad weather.
Nano wasn't his only masterstroke. There was also the low-cost housing and a low-cost water purifier, Swatch. If there is one thing that is common to both Ambani and Tata, it is their zeal to perform extraordinarily, which helped them reach a height most people only dream of. With Shams Naqvi in Delhi, Akanksha Sharma, NewsX.